Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with me. Back to school is approaching. Some districts are going back at the end of July. A lot of you all may start the first week of August. And with that big day approaching, a local author is doing her part to make sure that our young scholars in middle school specifically got their mind right for class, okay? She is releasing a book titled Reverse, which is a novel series made specifically for those young students. Here with more is the CEO of Crowned by Nichelle, LLC, and author Rian Jenkins and Taylor Simon, who is the owner of Liberation is Lit. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so this book is something that is so near and dear to your heart. Rian, I want to start with you and why you felt the need to write this.
Been writing since I was 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, and this book came about 2014.
Yeah.
And just been writing it ever since. And I taught middle school for 19 years, so it was just ideal that the first novel would start where my heart has been for that long.
Yeah, so there's an emphasis, a specific emphasis on that middle school age. Being in the classroom for 19 years, you probably have seen it all.
Yes.
And some people are like, not my poor baby. Yes, it's your baby.
But that's the conversation I constantly have with the parents when I tell them it's a preteen love story. My child's not ready for that. You'll be surprised what middle school kids are ready for.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're in that role in the classroom, you see what the parents don't see at home. Sometimes the children do act different out in public.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely. And so when people read this, what do you want them to take away?
One of the things I definitely want them to take away is the openness that Monica had with her parents. The fact that she was able to confide with them when she was having some issues, discovering this relationship she had with Donovan. Mind you, they've been best friends since they were born.
Yeah.
And just being open with her mom about her struggles with this, and Donovan being able to go to his dad and say, you know, I feel like I'm liking this girl, but I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah.
Just the openness of their relationship. They were both academic scholars. They're both athletes. They were very respectful, but every now and again you test the boundaries like preteens do.
That is perfect. And Nichelle?
Taylor.
Okay, Taylor. I know we had Nichelle in there too, so we will say hello in her absence. But Taylor, tell us more about what this book means to you and why you wanted to join Rian into making sure that people knew about this in the community.
Yeah, so I started Liberation is Lit because I really wanted to highlight the stories, Black, other people of color, LGBTQ plus disabled, and have a chance for our stories to be centered. And even with young people, I used to do a lot of work around healthy relationships. We need more stories where kids can learn healthy aspects of relationships and not always the bad aspects. And learning the red flags is important, but also having those discussions, like Rian was saying, being open with your parents and having good relationships is really important to talk about at every age.
And you know what? We've had a nonprofit that's joined us on the show before to talk about teen dating violence and how sometimes people think that stuff starts in high school or older, but even at that middle school age, especially with social media, you see that. So this can really start those healthy conversations as you guys are mentioning.
Definitely.
Yeah, so is this something that parents need to jump on and read too?
I would love for parents to jump on and just have a genuine conversation. Again, I love the dynamic. You saw some good and some bad of the parents and how they, because Monica's dad is not feeling it. You're 12, your boyfriend should be social studies, math, ELA, and science. So his grappling with that and just how he overparented because of his past experiences versus the mom who was open. So watching that dynamic. There are discussion questions in the back of the book that you can have, teachers and parents, and just read it. I believe you should read with your teen, period, because you really get, they're probably open to say things that they normally wouldn't say after they read the book. They want to be open to say things to you.
Yeah, that is amazing. And Taylor, just from your perspective and what it means for you to be the owner of Liberation is Lit and everything that is important to you, why would you tell people to grab this book?
I always get the question, how do I get my kids to read more? And like Rian was saying, reading with your kids, having your kids see you read, that is how you can really get your kids to read more. And literacy is so important for an educated and informed society, and it really is a good bridge to have those conversations about what goes on in real life. Stories are a perfect way to illustrate what happens when they get older.
That is beautiful. Rian, do you have any other upcoming works that we need to know right now, or where should people stay connected with you to follow your book journey?
Well, they can definitely go on my website, which is my first name, my middle initial, and last name, Rian and Jenkins, where they can find all my social media. As far as any events that are coming up, I definitely do what's called All Black Author Book Drive, where I collect books from authors and community members and distribute to different communities. So I'm definitely open to going to whether it's an after-school program or the end of a summer camp and doing what is called speed book dating with the kids. I just did one a couple weeks ago where they get a chance to preview the book, read the cover, read the inside. Do I want a second date? So I look forward to partnering with more organizations and doing that. And then I actually won an opportunity to be on a panel for the Black Writers Weekend in Atlanta. That is next week. So I'm really excited about that. A host of different writers from all over the country will be there. And then I know I'm doing a book signing. I don't know the name of the camp, but I know Kiwan Finch is over it, but it's an all-girls camp. And I'll be doing a book signing with them next Wednesday.
And we'll be in conversation about reverse.
On Tuesday. I'm sorry, that's why we're here. I'm sorry. Yes. So Tuesday, All Good Books at 6 p.m. Please, please, please come out. You'll be able to purchase books, but just have a genuine conversation about the book, about some things, my process, how I even got into writing, and just having a genuine conversation with my sister friend right here. So it'll be a good time. So All Good Books right off of Hardin in 5 Points.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Rian and Taylor for coming on the show today and talking about this. We'll definitely have to continue this conversation. It's been great. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
And how can people learn more about your organization too, Taylor?
Yes, so Liberation is Lit is a pop-up and online bookstore. I'm at Soda City first and third Saturdays, but you can follow me at Liberation is Lit on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and liberationislit.com is the website.
I like that. Liberation is lit, but it's
yes.
also like literature.
Yes.
Okay. I love it. I love it. That is great. All right. Don't forget that event, the Book Talk with Rian and Jenkins and Taylor, is happening Tuesday, July 29th, 6 p.m. Again at All Good Books. Our friends over there, right there on Hardin Street. So make sure that you pull up and bring a middle schooler with you too, because this is also for them. Discussion, questions in the back, which is probably my favorite part about learning more about your book. I love that the conversation continues. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Much more Soda City after this.